This full moon in Gemini does not look easy. In fact, it looks like you're letting go of something because you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, and external pressure is making you leave that situation. This may not be the easiest thing to get out of, but it does look like you're forced out of it. So if you're excited or just needing to see how this full moon in Gemini is coming up for you and what the stars have in store for us all, I switched up the intro for the first time in literally 5 years. Weird. Anyway, like, subscribe, do all the things, and yeah, let's get into it. First, we're gonna get into the overall vibe of this full moon, then we're gonna pull a tarot card, then we'll get into what to expect for your specific sign. And if you're new here, just haven't been back in a while, I get comments like, I haven't seen you in forever. I'm like, your fault, bitch. Subscribe. Come on. Just kidding. No, it is your fault though. I'm Maren. I make videos on astrology. I make music, so you can check out my music and my private readings and courses all linked down below. So this is going to be a full moon in Gemini on November 27th, 2023 at 1:17 a.m. Pacific. So basically this is going to be the night of the 26th. This is going to be when people are celebrating or having their drama. So the sun is at 4 degrees Sagittarius, the moon is at 4 degrees Gemini, because full moons are when the sun is opposite the moon. That's why it is the most high climax of energy. Things happen, shit goes down, because like sun, moon are opposite, light is high, shit's just going on. This decan of Sagittarius is the first decan. It is the first third part because it is happening at 4 degrees of this sign, and that's associated with the Eight of Wands tarot card, which is ruled by Mercury, the planet that is ruling the opposite sign of Sagittarius. So with Mercury, there's a lot of movement with this decan, and it's known as the Lord of Swiftness because literally this card is about a new vision developing quickly. You were taken for a ride and you suddenly have an idea to embark on a plan. Now, this 4-degree Gemini moon is in the first decan of Gemini associated with the Eight of Swords tarot card, which is ruled by Jupiter, which is likewise ruling the opposite sign of Sag. So this card and this image tend to actually amplify difficulty, showing that the details and the minutiae of things are getting blown out of proportion and there's some challenges. This is particularly a challenging full moon because the sun is conjunct Mars in Sagittarius, which amplifies the aggressive, combative, fighting qualities of an already energetic time under a full moon. Because the sun is conjunct Mars, it means that the moon is opposite Mars, which usually shows emotional hurt. And thankfully, Mars in Sagittarius is not like bitchy, mean, it's just crazy. It's just batshit. It's like, the fuck does this, what is happening here? What do you ask me to do? You are crazy. You were like literally, you were wilding here. It looks like there's a tantrum or pressure that is happening around someone else, and we're the one that's being asked to do something crazy. What makes this even more challenging is the T squared Saturn. So Saturn is square to the sun and the moon, making a T shape. Saturn is then the external pressure or what is happening that is imposing on this dynamic, which shows external boundaries, requirements, and cold, unchanging environments, which make this even worse. So basically, someone is being a crazy bitch, they're asking you to do crazy shit, they're yelling, they're being very demanding, and the environment they're asking this in is very unwelcoming and is not even allowing you to do anything about it. Venus is in Libra, which is good. Venus is in its home sign, which shows relationship harmony to an extent and being comfortable with those around us, but it is squaring Pluto, which shows manipulation, paranoia, and being on edge with others' motives. So you might feel like you don't know who to trust around this, and it's a very cold, very sober energy. Mercury is then in Sagittarius squaring Neptune. So Mercury is still in its exile, which Mercury in Sag has difficulty being clear or concise, I will say that. And squaring Neptune shows confusion, lack of clarity, and difficulty articulating. So it doesn't look like words are going to get us anywhere. It doesn't look like actions are really going to be what we want them to be when we try to, get out of this. It looks like an idea for a break, an idea to get out of the situation because this bitch is asking me to do something crazy. The world, the situation I'm in is unwelcoming. I need to just get out. So the tarot card that we have for this full moon in Sagittarius is the Lovers. So that's interesting given that I do see that this clearly shows a relationship dynamic where the Lovers upright, I think, is showing that there's someone on your side, at least. Even if there's a crazy bitch involved, there's someone on your side that is together with you and making this much easier. If you already have some thoughts or opinions about this full moon, do let me know in a comment down below before we get into what to expect for you based on your rising sign. So if you do not already know, I do have full videos for this month up for you and your sign where you can know how this and any other astrology is happening for you. We'll go ahead and get started. So if you are an Aries rising, this is in your third house of communication or routine. You're probably letting go of a way that you were scheduling your day or something content-wise that was required of you to write or create. If you're a Taurus rising, it's in your second house of income or spending. You're probably financially cornered and leaving a financial situation that you were pressured into. If you are a Gemini rising yourself, this is in your first house of self or personality or appearance, where you might feel physically pressured into doing something with your appearance or your identity, and you're like, I'm leaving. My family, my relationship, you guys are pressuring me, I'm out. If you are a Cancer rising, it's in your 12th house of mental health or spirituality. You're probably letting go of a dependency or a usage of drugs or alcohol, or you're letting go of something spiritual that has been like a dream issue, or being on antidepressants, or something that has been like internally plaguing you. If you're a Leo rising, it's in your 11th house of networking, friends, or groups, so you're probably leaving a group of people when it's not aligned. If you are a Virgo rising, this is in your 10th house of career and job, so you could be leaving a job situation. If you are a Libra rising, it's in your 9th house of foreign travel or higher education. So you're probably leaving a trip or a situation abroad, or you could be leaving a degree or a field of study. If you were a Scorpio rising, it's in your 8th house of finances or investments or death, or could be the occult or witchcraft as well. So it could show that you're doing some kind of spell to get rid of someone. It could also show that you're selling an investment or leaving a more complicated financial situation, or that something related to death. I wouldn't say it's a new death, but you could be like letting go of something that was a funeral or something related to that. If you were a Sagittarius rising, it's in your 7th house of relationships or partnerships. So you could be fighting with a partner, ending things or cutting things off in a way that has a boundary drawn. If you're a Capricorn rising like me, this is in our 6th house of physical health, wellness, or coworkers. You could be firing someone or losing a team that works for you. You could also be letting go of something that was due to your physical, or like something due to your physical lifestyle, you're letting go of it for your health. If you are an Aquarius rising, this is in your 5th house of dating or creativity, so you're probably letting go of a creative project or a dating dynamic that was just toxic and just pressured. And if you were a Pisces rising, this is in your 4th house of home or family, so you're probably moving out, moving away, or letting go of something with your family. So if you have any thoughts, any concerns, anything you want to share around this full moon, let me know down below. It should be an eventful one. Both the moons this month were crazy, so it should be fun. Either way, I hope that you live through this kind of peacefully. Hopefully nothing really happens to you. Like, this isn't really in my chart much. I'm not expecting much. Probably people around me. But yeah, hope you go through it easily, and I'll see you in the next one.
Oh, there is one thing you're all forgetting, that endless morning will turn to night.